Welcome to this special episode ahead of International Railway Equipment Exhibition IREE 2025. Organized by CII in partnership with Ministry of Railways, IREE is Asia's largest and world's second largest rail and transport showcase. This year at Bharat Mandapam, New Delhi, we will have 450 exhibitors from 15 plus countries showcasing more than 30,000 products across 40,000 square meters, making it one of the most impactful edition yet. Today, we have a very special guest with us, Mr. Thiagarajan, MD of Blue Star Limited and Chairman of CII's Trade Fair Council. With decades of leadership, he has been instrumental in shaping platforms that drive India's infrastructural growth. Together, we will explore why IREE 2025 is not just an exhibition. It's a place where innovation, ambition, and collaboration converge to power India's leadership in global rail technology. Welcome, Mr. Thiagarajan, to the podcast today. Sir, we have been hearing IREE 2025 is Asia's largest and world's second largest railway showcase. What makes this edition such a landmark for Indian Railways?
It's a pleasure interacting with you. It is an exciting event for many reasons. The very first one is India's position in the global economy. So we are now the fourth largest economy, and it is a happening place in terms of infrastructure development. As you can imagine, Indian Railways is investing, expanding, modernizing, keeping in mind the passenger comfort and passenger safety. At this juncture, when entire world is looking at India, this exhibition has become larger in terms of the exhibition space. You can imagine 40,000 square meters of exhibition space, and we are already sold out, even though we went on expanding the space that we want to rent it out for many exhibitors, and more than 450 exhibitors and 15 countries participating, and we expect more than 20,000 visitors. So it has been taken to a different scale, thanks to the stakeholders, including the Ministry of Railways and their complete ecosystem, including their production facilities and the private sector players.
This definitely cements India's positioning as a global leader in mobility and technology. IREE has now become from modest platform in 1990 to putting India into a global showcase in railways. What do you think has driven this evolution?
First one is we are talking about an exhibition and a conference. So Confederation of Indian Industries objective is what? First, we are representing the industry. Then there is a ministry which is focused on the public. So they are very clear that I want to provide a world-class infrastructure and experience to the passengers, and at the same time safety, modernization, cost, everything has to be right. That's how you can run. And Indian Railways is a very large network with billions of people dependent on it for their day-to-day life. So first thing for Confederation of Indian Industry is to understand what the manufacturers want, or our membership, and what the government is looking for. In this context, we have to bring both together on a common platform and understand what drives each one's motive. First one is for the Ministry of Railways and their complete ecosystem to be communicating what kind of expansion plans that we have, and therefore what kind of equipment and services that I will need, and setting the targets. Second part is from the membership. What do they want? That I want to invest in an enterprise, or I want to grow my enterprise, And CII membership has got a very large percentage of MSMEs. And it is not contrary to the belief that we are big boys club. We are serving our membership close to 70% is MSMEs.
Wow.
So we need to be providing them a platform where we can. Then CII is also connected across the globe with many of our offices, and we do have interactions with the global firms, whether it is multinationals or the firms located there, where we are trying to show what India can offer and how we can create partnership B2B and B2C. And so that way, as an industry body, we have delivered value. That's what we believe, and we continue to get the inputs, and we want to add value to both the exhibitors and the other stakeholders. I will credit this to this particular direction of the CII. So somebody should be exhibiting and they should derive a value. Anybody visiting the exhibition, they should get value. If it is railways, it should immensely benefit. The very fact that it has survived over the years and each edition is becoming larger is testimony to that. But I wouldn't say that we have achieved everything. We will continue to strive. Even in this edition, there will be a set of people only watching and understanding what we can do better in 2027.
With so much collaboration fueling India's growth, there's going to be so much innovation being showcased at this platform. From IoT to AI to green tech to Vande Bharat. So what do you think is there in the next decade for India?
So, in CII, even though we are part of the Trade Fairs Council, there is a dedicated council for railways itself. One. Then we have many councils. There is a Smart Manufacturing Council. There is a council for MSME. And there is a council on AI, so on and so forth. And there are centers of excellence, including Center for Sustainability or Green Business Center. So the very first thing is to visualize what should be India's railway in about a 10-year time period, and in 5-year time period, and the intermediate goals, what it should be. And we work closely with railways and understand what their plans are. And fortunately for us, they have ambitious plans. The current railway minister and the railway board members, all of them bring energy. The railway headquarters, when you enter into, or any of the buildings like the Baroda House you go to, or you visit the Integral Coach Factory, all of them are bubbling with the energy and some optimism. So when we match this with the global benchmarks and what is happening, and perhaps we all know that what Japan is doing, what China is doing, and in that context, you try to reinvent our own exhibition methodologies and what kind of investors should be there. And then there are people within the industry trying to grab this opportunity, invest in. So it should also attract investment. Most importantly, we also look at it as what is there for Indian youth here. So whether they look up to, thanks to the metro railway network, which has expanded, thanks to the Vande Bharat Express, they are, the data shows that they don't want to drive. They would like to travel by public transport. And therefore, they bring in certain kind of expectations, even in terms of some food to be served or how the ticket has to be issued. That we all grew up from 50s in a different system. So therefore, I will very clearly say, number one is the scale that is going to change. It is going to be a much larger railway network than what it is today. Number two, it is going to be a modern railway. Number three, if it is going to be made affordable for the people, it has to become super efficient, and then it has to use technology in a big way. That you will see there is a, like for example, that when I grew up, there was not even a computer, and today there are charging facilities in a railway coach.
Yes.
And then the type of food people want to eat, that has dramatically changed, or the cleanliness, hygiene, and most importantly, if the trains are going to become faster, how we will make it safety. A safe railway system which you can trust and travel. And further, even the railway staff, in terms of a reservation system, or in terms of driving an engine, or in terms of controlling whatever has happened in the West, and that is what will change. So therefore, when we design an exhibition, it has to keep in mind whether I am bringing those people and showing them what is going to happen. And it is in this context you will see the greater interest and how people can reinvent themselves. And I'm certain that I've seen in certain other exhibitions of CII, more than 50% are youth out there. And that is what I will expect this. Again, we have a system within CII Trade Fairs Council to measure the participant profile, that in terms of diversity from across the country, how many people have participated, in terms of gender, in terms of age profile, and that is what is important for us. We continue to do the research.
Talking about so much of modernization, how is this partnership between CII and Ministry of Railways going to further provide a definitive platform for railway modernization?
So if we list the stakeholders, for us the railway will become the first one, and then we have the members who are contributing in the railways. The National Committee on Railways continuously have these inputs. They deliberate, they have a work plan for the year, for a 3-year period, what they need to deliver. And it is not, we are not only discussing with the government about some SOPs, or that's not the thing. The question is that how together we would grow. That every member, if you look at it, we keep telling ourselves that if the country should do well. If the country is doing well, then the sector, in this case railway, should do well. If India is going to become world's 3rd largest economy, it is not going to happen without railway becoming that. So this is one part of it. If the industry is doing well, its stakeholders will automatically doing well. So then only the membership comes, each company, manufacturing. So this is in CII code of conduct itself. So the country, industry, and then obviously you will benefit. So you need not worry at all. If the country is growing, industry is growing, it will automatically grow. That is how we are trained to think. So this is the first part of it. Now the second part is that we know very well that the scale has changed dramatically, and things are not going to happen in the same bold way. So we have to reinvent ourselves in a different manner, and
faster also.
And faster, because the world is not going to wait, and this is the right time to do it. And you have got the government, and you have got the railway board, and everyone pulling the engine in the same direction. And so everybody is excited, and the ease of doing business has dramatically improved over the years. The belief used to be doing business with government, doing business with the railways. Yeah, the people used to think that it is highly complex, but it has dramatically improved. And even the global players are feeling comfortable to do that. That's where we are.
As you rightly said, pulling the engine in one direction is very important if we are to further this fast growth and innovation. How is CII playing a role in aligning industry priorities with government ambition?
First thing is that the honorable minister now he is running faster than anyone else. So therefore, we ourselves are catching up with him. So his vision and the speed with which he wants to transform, most importantly, the number of hours he puts in, and the connect with and he has visited many manufacturers. And I am certain he will be visiting every booth there. And if he is not able to visit, he will be aware what is being exhibited by whom. And as we speak, that I'm coming from Baroda House, which is located closer to the venue, and they are trying to get the visitors to the Pragati Maidan, Bharat Mandapam, to visit even Baroda House. And now imagine the entire railway family exchanging notes, and it is going to be 3 days where it is going to be Railways Festival in Delhi.
Sir, I'm sure everyone has marked their calendars from 15th to 17th October to be there at Bharat Mandapam, Delhi, to witness how the future of railways is going to be. Sir, as per your advice, what are some of the best solutions that IREE 2025 is offering as game changers?
No, I won't talk about the exhibition, what it offers. Obviously, it is going to showcase a variety of equipment that goes into railways and how it provides a world-class experience to the passengers. So that is for sure in terms of the space occupied, in terms of equipment that people, railway is a fascinating thing. As the very first toy will be a train, and that's how we grew up, and all of us will remember the very first train journey that we took. It continues to be fascinating, right? Irrespective of the age, correct? And so when you visit the exhibition, one is going to see how all these are working. Yeah, signaling or network or safety or the wheels and brakes and so on and so forth. Now, how the technology is playing an important role, that is going to be, in my view, it is still, the movie is not released, where you will be seeing a lot of technology getting showcased, and that's how it will be. Now, the important part is the railways' own participation from their own manufacturing and other wings of railway. They are going to display what they have done. And you will continue to see this, like the Chandrayaan mission, that India is doing it much more effectively in terms of technological advancement as well as the cost leadership, which the 15 and more countries which will be visiting will be astonished to see. That's what I'm expecting. So therefore, it is going to open up, in my view, huge export opportunities beyond Indian Railways. And that is what, as a country, we should aspire to. And so there are many free trade agreements are being signed. While I hope and pray with US some trade deal will be stuck, both the governments are working overtime. But we are going to be a country where we will make for the world also.
This definitely furthers India's vision of indigenization and Make in India on a global stage. So how do you think IREE is accelerating the adoption of smart and sustainable technologies?
First is that the whole theme of the conference and the how and the equipment that is being displayed is going to demonstrate that you have to embrace technology. Without that, you are not going to advance. Okay. So what should be what should be done for that? You have to demystify that. And if Indian IT industry can do well on the global stage, it is very much possible for this country to master those technologies. Now, the ecosystem is perfect. The stage is set with multiple things that are happening around. A, infrastructure will get the push. Investments are happening, and I told you that there are dynamic minister and his deputies and the railway board working overtime to make things happen. And the R&D fund of 1 lakh crore, and that is available for quite a few sectors. Now, ease of doing business, that you table a genuine proposal, this is what needs to be done. Government is acting very fast to make it happen. I have not seen, and in my professional career of over 4 decades, a environment like this, which will energize everyone. Okay, I wish I am 40 years younger, because there is a lot to be done. So therefore, I envy the youth. They have got an India which is the fastest growing market, and especially in railway equipment.
So thanks to your contribution of the decades of leadership.
No, there are many here, and so it is this you will witness there. There are going to be many exhibitors showcasing this, which will help them to grow their business, which railways to adapt, railways demanding a few things which the manufacturers will understand, and aspiring entrepreneurs or the MSMEs trying to get into that. Quite often, it is also someone was specializing in auto industry who wants to come here. Someone was specializing in EMS or electrical industry who see an opportunity here. Look at a company making air conditioning for residential or commercial buildings. They see an opportunity, they want to come here. So therefore, it is going to be a great, exciting show.
Networking is definitely a catalyst when it comes to furthering growth of any business. So how is IREE networking different from other global exhibitions?
First is, of course, in all the exhibitions, you do have B2B, B2C meetings. So what we are trying to do is every time have the information from the manufacturer. Say, for example, somebody want to launch a product. So new product launch sessions, and we help them market that to the stakeholders and get them, and facilitate those meetings, the interested parties. So there are registration and apps that are available, which people will be able to. Most importantly, the IPs of the companies will have to be protected. Confidentiality has to be there. Let us say one company is signing a MOU with someone else, it may be confidential for someone, or it may be market sensitive information. So all those things are taken care of because we are professionals in this space. What has to be, that's why the members drive that. There are most of the members are from the businesses. They know what a person will look for, and how through technology you can enable it. So one is not lost in this huge exhibition, how that can be. And we are working overtime to make sure that the visitor experience is of extraordinary nature.
So as per you, how can exhibitors turn from IREE participants to long-term partnerships?
First is register yourself with the IREE team. There are barcodes that are available, one can scan, and there are going to be enough mailers and communication that will be on who can, so that you are able to get in touch with the members of the organizing team. Now, let us say somebody is saying that, look, I am looking for a technology in this space, and I think we are a ready recruiter. We will be able to provide that. Here is an exhibitor, he is there for you. We may have a visitor who have not exhibited this time, but we will know this is what he is looking for. So that matchmaking part of it, we are well equipped. We will be able to. The next thing is that we are not charging any fee to anyone for doing this service for the simple reason CII's belief is that if the industry and the railways benefit and the whole nation benefits and our job is done.
Sir, definitely IREE is a catalyst when it comes to Make in India and MSME participation. So how is it impacting Indian companies under Make in India?
I don't think there is a choice. The first part of it is that in terms of growth and expansion, it is happening in India. There is no other part of the world this kind of a growth is happening, right? So first input is that it will happen in Africa at some point of a time. As and when it happens in Africa, they will look
to India for inspiration.
For sure. So therefore, whatever as an industry that you do, you are now creating for the next 50 years the wealth creation for the investors in that company, whomsoever is the investor. Now the second part is you need to if the scale is there, you will be able to bring down the costs. Okay, and if there is where else you will go and manufacture to make it affordable for these people, and billions of people using this network, and they are young population, and you have to make it really affordable, and which means you have to make it here. It is not you can depend outside and try to make it affordable. It is not possible. So import route is not there. Now, will it mean that India shuts its doors and exam? But you collaborate for the technologies or invite the companies to come here and manufacture. And there are enough examples of Indian companies, whichever is the country, German, Japan, Korea, all of them have invested here and they do export it to outside also. And therefore, use those examples to encourage the people. And I am of the view there is no other alternative except to make in India. You may have to depend on some components or some technology. You have to be prepared to allow that and play a fair game. I don't think you should be thinking that this growth is only meant for us. And the rightly stated by the Prime Minister, Atidhi Devo Bhava, like that even in the G20, or CII promoted that in B20, it has to be global partnerships. I don't think on our own we will be able to succeed. We should contribute to the global economy while prospering within the country.
To sum it all, sir, what do you think is one big win under IREE 2025 for the government, for the industry, and for our passengers?
So I would visualize. I'm very hopeful that the next edition of IREE, we should be world's third largest economy. And if we are world's third largest economy in terms of number or GDP number, we should also look like one.
Look forward to this statement that you just said.
If we are looking like that third largest economy, like we visit foreign countries, we call them developed countries, and we say that because we see huge infrastructure, whether it is airports or the roads or railways, and the experience that provides, and airports are changing. We are experiencing that. Road infrastructure is improving, and therefore railways is on that journey. So we will be modernizing that. That will be the thing that will be happening. So to sum it up, it is a new journey, and a journey with a lot of optimism, confidence, and pride. And IREE 2025 will display that. In a manner of speaking, this journey of railways is the journey of the country as well. And the dream of railways reflects the dream of not only the Prime Minister of the country, but also the billions of Indians and the youth. And this is what I think IRE 2025 will deliver, and we are working towards that.
Thank you so much, Mr. Thiagarajan, for such powerful insights today. IREE 2025 isn't just an exhibition, it's a place where ideas are turning into innovation and collaboration is fueling growth, and India's vision of Make in India is taking center stage. So mark your calendars, because from 15 to 17 October at Bharat Mandapam, New Delhi, the world will witness not only how India is transforming its railways, but also cementing its position as a global leader in mobility and technology. So see you at IRE 2025, where Future of Rail begins.